Hello, hello, friends. It is Ann coming to you on a Thursday afternoon. I was going live this morning, but we had an appointment. Trying to get us up on my iPad, but that is not cooperating either. I'm just having all kinds of technical difficulties today. I will push you over here in just a second. I'm going to try to find us over here. Where am I at? There we go. It is a little cooler here today. I hope it is cooler where you are at and you're able to enjoy a little bit of cooler weather. I feel like I am up. I did not turn my phone around today, so it is the right way, which is difficult when I turn it around to see comments and do things, but I feel like it is like really, really up in my face. So excuse me for just a second while I take you for a ride. Maybe that'll be better. Trying to get things I don't know, somehow or another, I keep mixing up my camera. I feel like my camera on my phone is here, and I feel like I'm sitting over here. So it's just one of those things, ladies. Just one of those things. All right, we're going to make 2 grapevine pumpkins today. I've got one of the bigger grapevine wreaths, and this one is a little bit smaller in size. And we are going to use a couple of spools to make our stem. And first I am going to use, this is a 6-inch round circle. I'm going to go ahead and turn you down so you guys can see. All right, that's good. Still feel like it is off. Just don't know why it is off. And we are going to paint this. I have to think about this for a minute. Okay, yes. We're going to paint this in red spice. Move that out of my way. This paint is a little thin. Probably could have used a little bit of shaken up. I'm just going to use a small brush. Can you guys see good? I hope you can. And see, somehow or another, I've got shadows now again. I'm going to have to reset everything. Sorry for the shadows, ladies. I hope it does not bother you. If I do have the right light on, I had to think there, look there for a second. So what you guys been creating, crafting, you working on fall? I just felt like doing fall today. Don't know why. Have you checked out the new bundle from Essential Stencil? What are some of the items that you like out of the bundle? Are you interested in getting the bundle? It will be available until tomorrow. There are several individual stencils, if you're not getting the bundle, that I would recommend. The one that makes the dual round that has the alphabet with it, that one is good because you'll get that alphabet with that stencil. I like the inspirational words because those are always good with transfers, with any kind of design. You can use that. Anytime there's inspirational or faith-based words, I like those, of course. some of the others. I'm trying to think what else is in there. I love the pet one, the door hanger, or the one that the memorial one, if you had a pet that passed away. I think that is really good. I was just getting ready to say, what is smelling? I forgot I turned my hot glue gun on. It's been one of those days, ladies. My brain is not working. Let's see, what else did I have? That I really liked. I really liked that pet one, the memorial one. Because we've had pets pass away, and I just think that is really, really wonderful. I am going to let that dry for just a second. I'm going to get my wipe out. What are some of the ones that you guys like out of that bundle? They had the winery. I'm not too fond of the grocery one because I really don't know what to do with that one. But there's applications for it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it is not usable for something else. I mean, you could put that instead of pantry, you could put grocery above your entry to the pantry. The vintage goods, I like that one because I like vintage things. And then they got the different wine ones, which would be good if you are creating for a winery or a small place where they serve wine. That would be good for that if you are a seller. So there is different ones, and I like that it has so many different ones in there. So there's something for everybody in this pack. And again, the bundle is available, and it's discounted at a 20%, a 25% discount, not just the regular 20. So you get an extra deal. Oh, the patterns. There are several patterns in there. I knew there was something I was missing. I love patterns. Anytime that I have a chance to get alphabet stencils or patterns, I'll get them. Because they are so versatile. You can always use patterns for different things. It has a really beautiful damask pattern and other patterns in there. So patterns, I love, 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 love patterns. I think it wasn't Mexican tiles. What was it called? I cannot remember the name of those tiles, but it was really pretty. And then it has that awesome, which I cannot pronounce the word, the blue flowers, the blue and white transfer set. That one is really cool too, but I cannot pronounce that word, so I'm not even going to try it. It's a French word, but I cannot pronounce it. I like French. I took French in school, but I cannot pronounce that word. I am just making sure that I got everything covered really good on here because I like my piece to be nice from both sides. That's why I painted the other side. Yeah, I cannot think of any of the other ones. But those are my favorite. The vintage goods, the pet memorial, the pattern ones, of course, the transfer. You know, by the time you pick out all the single ones that you like, you end up with the price of the bundle, so you might as well just get the bundle, right? Plus, the bundle is 25% off, and if you use my code WK21, you'll get another 10% off on top of that. And you get it on the single ones too, if you just get the stencils themselves. So that is a great deal. I'm going to let this dry for just a second. We are going to use this pumpkin stencil out of, talking about patterns, fall mini patterns from last year. And I know it is backwards, but I love that pattern, and we're going to make a pumpkin. So I thought it was kind of cool to have a pumpkin on a pumpkin. I see that there is 3 people on. I cannot see comments. I can't see anything on my phone or on my iPad. So, hello, ladies. And sorry, I cannot see your comments. I am just going to sand this off a little bit. You know, I always sand my stuff off. Well, that didn't turn out good. It left sand marks on there. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more paint. That's never happened before, but there's always a first for everything, right? Strange and crazy things have happened. You really don't have to worry about the edges too much, because that's where you're gonna glue your wreath to, but I just want everything to look nice. So, plus this gave it another more cohesive look. The color is more intense. Just go with the flow, right? Yep, just going with the flow. So how have you ladies been? I know I can't see comments. I will go back and look at your comments. I don't remember where I got this round from. I want to say either Michael's or Amazon. One of the two. And this is a 6-inch round. Keep picking up little fuzzies. Add a little bit more paint. Yeah, I am not seeing any comments. Sorry, ladies. You guys keep talking. I will look at the comments after I get done here. And sorry I missed you guys this morning, but we had an appointment. We had gone to the appointment Tuesday. When we got there, I said, well, it's not in Concord, it is in Salisbury. And we're like, no, we were not told that. And I overheard the lady tell the other lady, she said she changed it this morning in the computer. So I'm not sure if he was talking about our appointment or somebody else's. So we were at the wrong place. We were there at the right time, but we were at the wrong place. So they had to reschedule it. So it got rescheduled for this morning. All right, this is done. We are good. I'm going to use this side, and I'm going to add our pumpkins on. And this is a 6-inch round, and this is a 6-inch stencil. So I can lay it on here from side to side because it's 6 inches. It fits on here perfectly. I'm not going to be able to tape it unless I tape it right here, which I can try. And I don't have to worry about getting it all the way to the ends because our wreath will cover that. So you just take a piece of tape and roll it up. And just stick it on there, right there, and you got your pumpkin stuck down. I am going to use buttermilk to put those because I want this in like neutrals. And I am going to use my favorite little brush, my 1/2-inch brush. Wish I could see your guys' comments. Because I like interacting with you guys. I like to know what you're creating, what you're crafting, what you're up to. Whether you have a booth that you're putting stuff in, and what are you putting out already? You're putting out fall. I'm not in the mood to create fall yet, but I was like it today. I said today is the day to create fall. It's been so hot here. It's been in the upper 90s. And the humidity here in North Carolina is just something else. It's been hot. I'm not worrying about that little corner because, like I said, the wreath, grapevine wreath will go over top of that. Go to the offload spot and get you some more paint. And I'm okay if they are not completely covered because I kind of like that rustic look, so I kind of might just leave them a little rustic looking. Not completely covered. Those little bridges, be careful. I normally go with the shape of the pumpkin, so that I will not accidentally move them if I swirl too much. But yeah, everything is just so hot. You can't do anything outside, especially if you have any kind of medical issues or... Hey, Janice, I finally see a comment. You are just fine, dear. I did not tell anybody that I was not coming on this morning. I kind of forgot, to be honest with you. Because we had our appointment. Because we didn't miss it. We had an appointment, but they booked it for the wrong place. We didn't know that. So they had to reschedule it. And I completely forgot to let you guys know that I was not going to be able to be on this morning, that we had an appointment. So that was my mishap, my faux pas. Like I said, I don't mind if these are not completely covered. I will look to see if I like them. the way they are, and I might even distress them some more. I am not 100% sure yet. I am going with the flow. You guys know me, I just kind of, yeah, I kind of like that. They're not quite completely covered, but they're good. They're good. Tape off. And if you just joined, they came out of the fall mini pattern set from last year. I think it was last year. And again, I love patterns, so patterns are good. I don't have to worry about the edges because that's where my wreath is going. I've got a grapevine wreath that I'm going to add. I'm just going over it real lightly. And this is my grapevine wreath that I'm going to use, and we're going to, yep, that's perfect. We're going to attach the grapevine wreath to here. We're going to glue that on here. And I like it that way. Trying to see which way more the pumpkins are up, but it doesn't matter. I like these to be up. So I'm going to do it like this. That is totally up to you how you want to do it. And not everything is going to hit on my board. So I'm just going to put glue on the top parts. And we'll see how that works. We might have to add some more glue. I'm just squishing it. I'm still only seeing one comment, so if you're commenting, I cannot see the comments for whatever reason. And if you want to make sure that this is really secured, you can always put holes in there and string it up. Right now, I just want to make sure that that is on there really well. And then we'll go to our another one, and then we add all the embellishments. I have to add a little bit more glue over here and hold it down. It's just because this grapevine wreath is humpy lumpy. So you might just have to hold it a little extra long. And you can always use other glue in here to make sure it holds. But it's just going to be indoors. It's not going outdoors, so it should be fun. This sign held really good. This side is the one that is being a tad bit difficult. And that's when you just add a little bit more glue and push it down. And we're going to add this spool to it. I'm leaving the top. I think that light color matches really good with this. And we're going to add the spool. Let's put this to the side for just a second. Let that sit for a moment. We are using this one, and we're going to use the tile from the Dollar Tree. I laid this on here and marked it where I needed to cut it. I still got the plastic on there. I used a permanent marker to go around. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is really wobbly. So I'm going to try to cut it out the best I can to make it look roundish. I am cutting it a little bit bigger first until I know whether that will fit well. Because it was a little tricky to cut this, circle around it because of the shape of our wreath. Because it's not perfectly round. And we got 4 more left we can make. So now we can take this part off. We don't need this. We'll have our tile. And now we can do a dry run to see. Whoop. That will fit on here. Let me see if that side might lay a little bit flatter. This side lays a little bit flatter. That's another thing. I forgot one sticking out right here. So it is easier to lay this side down. So we're going to lay that side down and try our best to glue this on here. But first we're going to paint this up. I'm going to use that brown paint. Probably should use chalk paint, but this will be fine. Still not seeing comments, so keep on commenting. Chalk paint probably would have been better. Probably should have put my gesso on here first, because this is a slick surface. See, sometimes you just have to try things out and see how they work out. And that's what we are doing today. We are experimenting with things to see what we can create. a little bit more paint over here. And again, the outside will be covered. And I might even put a cardboard piece back behind it to give it a little bit stability. I'll dry this real quick. Cannot heat this up too much. They'll melt our little tile. I told you I should have put some clear gesso on there because this is a slick surface. I do not have no bonding boss. So let me see where my clear, this is clear gesso. It will help the paint to bond. I didn't want to stick my brush back in there, so I just used this tool to get a little bit of paint out. And the only reason why I have to do that is I did not have any chalk paint. And I wanted to make sure that my paint stuck on here really good. And I don't have any bonding boss. So I am using gesso to achieve that same thing. That my paint will stick to my slick surface. Let's clean my tool off. And this is clear gesso. I just had it on hand, so that's what I used. Hey, Michelle. Just dry this real quick. Just make sure it is a tile, that it will not melt on you. Just keep moving your heat tool around. And I will add another coat of paint. Again, you can use chalk paint, and you wouldn't have done that, needed to do that step with the gesso. But I did not have any chalk paint. I need to invest in some chalk paint. Just don't never think about getting it. We are going to distress this a little bit, so I am not concerned about perfection at the moment. And Miss Summer with Hammond's Nest had done something similar with a textured paper. And it turned out really good. I'm gonna have to get me a wipe. So Summer with Hammond's Nest made a pumpkin with textured paper, embossed paper, and it looked really, really good. That's where I got my idea from. If If you have not checked her out, please check her out. It's Hammond's Nest. She is very creative, loves vintage. And I think I am going to glue this on the backup board. I think I am going to cut out that piece of cardboard so I can add it for stability. It will give it, this is, what is it called? I cannot think of the name of it now. It's like similar to cardstock. I cannot think of what it is called. Chipboard. This is chipboard. So I know it has a name. Chipboard. It'll give that tile a little bit of stability. Because we don't want no flimsy pumpkin, right? Dry that a little bit. Hey, Sherry. I cannot see comments for some reason or another. I seen Janice and I seen that you said hello, Sherry, but other than that, I have not seen comments. And we are creating pumpkins with grapevine wreaths. I'm just looking to see which way I cut this out. I know I'm not that far off. Maybe I am. Oh, there it is. I am going to take my 3-in-1 and glue this on real quick. I say that. That way I'll have a little bit more stability when I glue it to my wreath. Now we're going to take our same color. I am going to use the buttercream and I'm going to use my stencil brush, but I am going to offload most of that. And we're just going to highlight all the fun things on here. I've got very little paint on here. Like I said, this is a rustic pumpkin. And you can decide on if you want more or less paint on here. And this is what we have right now. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more. And the pressure of your brush depends on how much paint you'll add. And I like that it has more on some places and less on others. And I will paint the back. Let's see, how do we want to add this in here? And see, now it's more sturdy. Let's see. I've got to see where I want my little stem to be. I think my stem will be fine right there. I'm going to add both glues. This one you have a little bit more work time than the regular hot glue. Hey, Dorothy. Okay, I got this on wrong. Somehow or another. Is it cooling down in Arizona for you yet? These grapevine wreaths are very forgiving. I've got a little bit of glue stuck right here. Let's see if I can get that out. I'm going to add a little bit more glue in between the spaces. This is just a fun craft. This is what the sides look like. That's where I want my... In order to do the stem, I learned this trick from Miss Summer. She took a dowel, only 99. Yeah, it's a little cooler here today. I know it's over 90, but it's not as hot as it's been. She took a dowel and put it in there and then stuck it in here. I'm just going to use a little stick that I have left over from one of my vines. It had like little sticks on there like that. And I'm just going to use that. And I'm just going to stick my spool on here. And I'm going to glue my spool on here. And then stick that in here. So I glued this to one side. And then I'm going to stick it in here. I'm going to use this tool to pry my wreath open. Added a little bit of this glue. Oh, come on, go through. Well, someone made it look so easy. My stick is not going in. There it goes. And then on the bottom, it is a little bit too long. I'm just going to snip it off. See if I can get in there with my scissors. Didn't even need to snip it. I was able to just bend it over, which is even better. And then we can add just a little bit of glue back here to just give it a little bit more reinforcement. That's what we have so far. It's coming together. I've got some greenery. This came from this big old greenery thing, and that's where I got this part from for the other stick. I got all of these greeneries on there, the little curly cues. It's got everything, and it is a long stick, and you can use it for so many things. now we're just gonna add embellishments. A little bit of greenery in here. And I got different picks, different sizes. See if I have one that goes down a little bit more. That's the nice thing. You can bend these a little bit. Try not to stick your hand in glue. I do that sometimes. You guys don't do that, do you? It's looking good. I want something coming out of the top. I don't know if I want... This one doesn't have any leaves, and I kind of like that. I think it's kind of cute. What do you guys think? Just wish it would show up better. Does that show up better now? Whoop. I think that looks pretty good. I will paint the back side on this. Thought about trimming the edge, but I think I am just going to leave it the way it is. There's our one little pumpkin. I am going to add, I might add, I forgot to get fabric out, to add a little bit of fabric to here. Completely forgot to get fabric, but that's okay. Put a knot in it. That way I have a little bit more surface to glue. There we go. What you think? I like that with the music notes on there. And I will probably just add a little button to it. What you guys think? Isn't that cute little pumpkin? Let's do our other one. And like I said, I will paint the back. Hey, Trisha. What's your temperature today? This one we done with a tile. Goodness. A 6-inch wood round. We painted it, and then we added pumpkins from the, what's the name of this one? Fall Mini Patterns from last year, I believe. And I told you guys, I love patterns. I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to use, where's my stick? I'm going to use this stick. I'm just going to cut it down to where I need it. So I can cut it right there. See if we can pry this apart to put our stick in. That is sometimes the hardest part on some of these when they are woven so tight that you cannot get them apart. Oop, I just lost my backing trying to wedge this stick in. All right, I got my stick in. That will work. I'm also going to add a little bit of glue on the bottom right here to set that down. And I can reattach the back without any problem. And all I just used is one of these sticks. 75, that's a nice temperature. All right, let's try to get this back on here. It's having a hard time sticking to the wreath because it can only glue on the feather parts. So I am gonna use both the 3-in-1 and the hot glue. The 3-in-1 has a little bit better hold. I cannot get this glue off, so I'm just gonna glue over top of it. Just using a generous amount. This I don't have to worry about setting too fast. I am just pushing all the sides down. Thank you, ladies, for hopping on. We're going to add some greenery as well. Like I said, this is a 6-inch wood round, and the other one was a tile from the Dollar Tree. You can add a little tag to embellish your pumpkin. I'm going to add some greenery. Let's see, what other piece do we want to add? I'm sticking that one under this one sprig right here so it'll stay down. Let's see. See if we can add this one to the top. We want a little one at the top or a big one? We like that on the top. What do you guys think? I want this one to stick under here. There we go. Sometimes you just have to be a little bit more forceful. And I'll do the same thing. I'm going to add a little piece of fabric. And these two will coordinate but not be the same. And I just put a knot in it. That's all I did. I'm afraid that bottom out. You can add a bow. This under the greenery. Tack it right there. That one was a little long. I'm going to add a button to it. What do you guys think? I like them. I think it's just something easy and quick to do. And I'm going to see, I might have to add a little bit of fabric or something back here to disguise that. But it's really pretty. I think they're really pretty. And you can add a little twine or something back here to hang it and hang them. Or I was just going to set them on a tier tray or up against something. And like I said, you can add a tag to it. You can add other embellishments. I forgot to get my buttons out to add a button. I wanted to add a button to it. We can add more greenery. You know, we could have another sprig hanging down right here into it. Like have one hanging down this way. And then we got a little one right here that we could add to this one. Oh, I have been on here already a long time. I was going to add... I just had a thought and it left my brain. Ladies, my brain is not working. I was just thinking about something. I've got this grapevine thing. I am going to add some more greenery to here. I was just wondering if to kind of hide the glue spots. What do you guys think if we would add that to it and it would hide all of our glue spots? I might have to think about that. It's not the same green as the greenery that is on here, but we could also take I've got the other greenery in here. Thought I did. I only got one sprig in here. And we could take this greenery, this one is from Hobby Lobby as well, to hide that. You know, I don't like seeing things. But we could add that around the edge to hide that, and it will still blend in. I think that's what I'm going to do, is I am going to add this to it all the way around to hide that. Or you could, if I had a bigger string, you could take jute. If you had a bigger piece of jute and add that to it to hide those that gluey mess. So there's some options that you can do, but there is a basic little pumpkins we made, and again I will paint the back and you can add more embellishments to it. Which one do you like better, the tile one or the pumpkin one? I think they turned out really cute. And yes, I've got greenery coming out of the stem, but we can take that down. If we don't like it up there, we could take it out and we can put the greenery somewhere else. Do you guys like it with the greenery out of the stem or without? You let me know. Let me pull some names. Pumpkin 1. You could put moss on there. That is a great idea. I've got some moss. I could stick some moss around in there. That would be really good. It will be a good filler. You can add sisal to it and fill it up. There are so many things that you could do. So, all kinds of options that are available to you. Miss Janice is going into the Happy Mail bucket. I was waiting for it to finish going. Thanks you ladies for hopping on, for hanging out, for bearing with me. And I will finish these out with some embellishments. I forgot to lay the buttons out, so I will definitely add some buttons. And I probably will add some moss or greenery around there to hide the glue things. I just don't like seeing that. All right, so here we go. Miss Janice into the Happy Mail bucket. On the 30th, which is Monday, I will pull a name for some Happy Mail. So come back to see if you are a Happy Mail winner. The thick twine, I just don't have any. I think that would look really good. Where's my bucket of twine? Oh, man. Silly me. Silly me. Oh, look what I found. I didn't think about it. Look at that. That will be perfect. Yeah, I wonder about myself sometimes. I think this is wired jute or grapevine. We could put that around. See if I can get it shaped up and see if that will look good. And I can still add a little bit of moss here and there. I'm not going to glue it in. I'm just going to show what it would look like. See, that will match really well. And then you can still add a little bit of moss here and there. And it hides the glue dots. And you can almost just twine it around without having to glue it because it's twine. So that would be an idea. And it comes in 2 different colors. It comes in more than 2 colors. I've got the lighter one. The lighter one might work on that one. So that will be an option. Yeah, we could do that too. So all kinds of ideas on how to hide that, if you want to hide that glue, if it bothers you. All right, ladies, you have a blessed afternoon. Appreciate you hopping on. Thanks for sprinkling, for sharing, for spreading the whimsy out, and for your thumbs up and your hearts. I don't know if it'll do it or not. I'm not doing hearts no more now. Have a blessed afternoon and a wonderful, great weekend. I'll see you on Saturday morning for Soul Filled Saturday.